Okay, 68 Mustang, my high school car, in the middle of the restoration right now. I've taken the dash out, I've taken the interior out, the carpet. Back seat is just out, the seats are laying over there. But I've cut out the passenger side floors, and right now I've got them covered up with those pads there just because I've treated them with some POR 15 cleaner and I'm letting it dry. But I was going to start cutting the driver's side out. The floors are rusted. So that's kind of where we are. I wanted to show the before and after. I've got the car sitting up on risers. I've taken a lot of the trim off. Back up here. Kind of gas tanks out. Taking some trim off. I've treated some of the rust that's been on the side. Fairly good shape, but I've got my seats have come in, or sorry, my floor pans have come in. Those were the seat risers. Here are the floor pans. I've actually cut them. So I wanted to show the interior before I started cutting the driver's side out. But you see I've cut out the passenger side. I'm going to work on the driver's side. I'll uncover that in a bit and show you, but I have some POR 15 being drying right now, so that's why that's kind of a mess and covered up over there, but I'll show that in a little bit. But this is before. Rusted seats, rusted floor pans. Back seat's actually okay. So I'll cut this out and start working on fitting. I've got the toe board in, kind of in this area here. I'll kind of cut that. It's pretty bad. It's worse than the passenger side was. Seat riser, I've got a new seat riser. You know, these aren't very expensive, so it's kind of nice to cut those out, weld them in. I've never welded, but I'm teaching myself how to weld, which would be fun. But it's all covered up, so I'll figure it'll be okay. Dash is out.
Hey, no. Noah.
Kids are playing over here.
Do it.
And so anyway, I'll cut this out. Just wanted to show before, and I'll show you after later. But there's some good videos already on YouTube. Thank goodness for YouTube. It's kind of teaching me how to do this. So hopefully I won't have to move this before I get them welded in. But anyway, I'm going to start cutting them out. Okay, for reference, the brake, emergency brake, is held on by this bracket on the driver's side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill right there, and probably underneath here too, on the corners, right there, and right there for reference. So to look at what it is for reference, this is how it sits, right there. Maybe like that. Hope you can see that. It is 7.5 inches from the middle of the side of that to the bracket. 7.5 inches from there to there. So let's see if I can get my measuring tape. So from the side of that to the bracket, the middle of that circle. Doesn't look right. Okay, here's where I think. Let's go from this line 3 inches down to the top of the brace on the bottom of the new pan, and I think that's the spot weld pattern. There may be 4. We'll see when we cut it off. But for reference, that's where it is. And right, almost right in the middle of that gear shift. Maybe forward a little bit. So 3 inches down to the top of the brace. Floor pan will be in here somewhere. Okay, to ensure I got the right markings for this riser, I drew a line with my straight edge here from the back edge of this riser to here. So keep it in line with that. I think I'll do another line from here up. Okay, see, there's a line right there. It's extended. And then that line there, kind of the angle of that seat riser.